reason I am starting this cooking show is because of my mother. Unfortunately, she passed away in February of this year, and the one cookbook that I was able to salvage is this book from 1902. This cookbook is insane, you guys. It has anything in it from how to brine eggs to how to make pemmican. There's possum pie in here. I doubt we're gonna be making that. I am going to cook my way through this book, and I hope you guys join me on the adventure. It's gonna be interesting, I promise you. I can guarantee you that.
What's the name? Beckham make?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Mrs. Eden Claire. Welcome to the segment of the show we call Beckham Bakes. Beckham, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Hi. And Beckham has a special guest today. This is his cousin, Zane. Zane, can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
What do you like about your cousin, Zane? Can you tell everybody?
I want him to be Beckham.
You want him to be Beckham?
And I'm going to be Zane.
And you're going to be Zane. Beckham is here with his guest and sous chef today. Beckham, what do you like about Zane?
Sugar.
Sugar? Okay, makes sense. Do you know what a sous chef is, Zane? That means you're second in command. Beckham's your boss. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Yes? Oh, high five.
Zane's going to be the boss.
Zane's going to be the boss. Today we are going to be making Prince of Wales cake, which is so exciting for me because I am a huge British fan, and I know it's Wales, but you know, Princess Diana, Princess of Wales, the whole thing. This is a 2-layer cake. There's a black part and a white part. That's literally what the recipe says. It gives me no other instructions than a list of ingredients, and it says bake in 2 layers, put together dark and light alternately, and frost with almond icing. So we are going to roll with it. Also, this recipe calls for molasses. I do not have molasses. I'm going to be substituting maple syrup. So we're going to go right into it. Okay, Beckham and Zane, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yay! No, the first thing we need is a cup full of brown sugar. Okay, what happened to my measuring cup, guys? Oh, it got over there in the flour. No, buddy. It goes in here. Okay, take the spoon and put it in here for me, please.
Hey, wait.
Can you help me?
Yes, I can.
You can?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna let Beckham do the sugar, and then you can help me with the butter. Okay, Beckham, you fill this up with brown sugar all the way to the top and kind of pat it in. Okay, it's gonna be 1 cup full of brown sugar. I'm gonna get my recipe book out of the way.
Brown sugar.
We need 1/2 cup of butter. This is an 8-ounce pat of pure Irish butter. I'm excited about putting this in my recipe. Irish Wales, we're really going to town here with all these countries. When you're measuring butter or weighing it, the volume is the same as mass. So if you have 4 ounces of butter, it's going to weigh 4 ounces. Flour is not the same. I'm sorry, if you have a 1/2 cup of butter, it's going to weigh 4 ounces. If you have a 1/2 cup of flour, it's not going to weigh 4 ounces. Not everybody knows that. We have a 1/2 cup of butter. Do you think you can put it in the bowl for me? Oh, thank you. Here, let's put this one in here. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. With the mitt and all. Awesome. We're going to cream, butter, and sugar together, and you always want to start with room temperature items when you're making cake, okay? This butter is not quite softened. One way to do that is to put your mixer on low and stir it with your paddle. Use your paddle when you're beating and creaming your sugar and butter together, not your whip. Okay, so I'm going to be softening this butter on low. And then we're going to be adding this brown sugar in just 1 second, as soon as Beckham gets this filled first. Beckham, almost there, buddy. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, awesome. I love it. This is actually a little bit softer than I thought, so we're going to actually be able to add that. No, put the brown sugar in here, buddy.
This?
Careful, Zane. Whoa, danger, danger. That's a big knife for a little boy.
But I did it.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to be creaming this. Unfortunately, this recipe gives me no instructions other than to bake it. Doesn't even give me a temperature. So we're just rolling with it here to the best of my knowledge. When it comes to cake, we always cream the butter and sugar together. And because of wanting to have your eggs at room temperature, I usually put them in a warm water bath and bring them to room temperature if I have to do it really fast and have not had them set out on my counter. And this recipe, we actually only need the egg yolk, so we're gonna be separating these. Can you break this? Here, I'm gonna hold your hand. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Okay, so we're gonna put the whites in. No, buddy. Beckham, listen, we just need the yolk. You don't squish it all the way because the eggs and whites gets together. Okay, listen.
I'm gonna do it.
No, hold on, buddy. Okay, let mommy do this little part. Okay.
And I do it.
There we go. Okay. So there's one. No, I'll let you dump it into the mixer. How about that, buddy? Okay. Oh, you did one for me? Thank you, Zane.
But I'm gonna do it too.
No, buddy, hang on. No, you don't want to crush it, okay? Because the yolk goes into the white and we want just the yolk. Okay, Beckham snuck in the eggs while we weren't looking. So the eggs are in here. My butter and sugar is creamed. We're gonna put that on low. Go ahead and get that to look a little bit lighter. Gonna beat that on a little bit higher speed. Got some pure vanilla extract here we're gonna add. The recipe actually doesn't call for it, but I like my vanilla, so I'm gonna add about a capful in there. The next thing we're gonna wanna do is measure the 2 cupfuls of flour we're gonna need to put in here. You guys think you can help me measure 2 cups of flour? Beckham, this is a cup. This is 1 cup, okay? Whenever a recipe calls for 1 cup, this is the measurement we need. Zane, do you think you can help me fill that?
Yes.
Okay, I'll hold it and you scoop it and fill it, okay? That'd be awesome. Here, how about you fill that, and while you're filling that, Beckham, I'm gonna have to steal this from you, buddy, okay?
Why?
Because we're gonna make some sour milk. Sour milk or buttermilk is made with vinegar and milk. And the way you do that is you measure 1 tablespoon of vinegar in the bottom of an 8-ounce cup, and then you fill it to the top up to the 1 cup mark. So we're gonna put 1 tablespoon in here.
I'm gonna dump it.
You wanna dump it in? Okay, help me. Vinegar, okay. Now, we're going to fill this up to the 8-ounce mark. Beckham, I need you to help me stir this, okay? Okay, can you stir that for me, buddy?
That's what it is.
No, stir it. Oh, wow, Zane, that's amazing.
Oh.
Okay, buddy. Okay, you keep stirring, Beckham. Stir.
No, it's on my top.
It's on your pants. That's what happens when you bake, buddy. You get a little bit messy.
Why?
Okay, now we're going to level this off, Zane. We just want an even cupful, okay? We need ½ teaspoon of soda, and this says to be dissolved in warm water. I don't know if that was a thing back in 1902, that baking soda was hard to dissolve or was made differently. I don't know why we would have to dissolve this, but we're going to go with what they say. Let's put a half. No, that's a 1/4. Let's do a half, okay?
A big one?
Yeah, this one. Okay. Scrape it off the top evenly. Put it in here for me, okay? And then I'm going to put a little bit of warm water in there. That would add moisture to the cake, so I'm not quite sure how much they did or anything, but we're just going to have to roll with it and try it, see if we have it like they did in 1902. Okay, so that's dissolving. All right, so in the bowl we have sugar, we have butter, we have eggs, we have vanilla. I think this looks nice and creamy, nice and fluffy, and we actually, you know what, I'm going to let this spin for about 1 more minute. And then then we're gonna add our milk, our eggs, our nutmeg, and some cinnamon. Okay. Okay, Beckham, are you ready to help Mommy measure out some of this milk? Huh?
It's in here.
Huh?
Here.
No, not in there. In this cup, okay?
Okay.
We need a half a cup full. So we need 2 of these. And our soda's in here, so that's just gonna be integrated into the milk. Okay. Here, hang on. Uh-oh. Here, how about Mommy bring the bowl to you? How about that? Here, dump it in for me. Yay! Good job! Okay, we need 1 more. But we're going to alternate wet and dry, okay? So we're going to do 1 cup full of flour.
No.
Huh? Yeah, I want you to fill another one for me, buddy. That was perfect. Can you do that again?
Well, I'm going to fill this one.
Okay, fill it all the way up, buddy. We're going to put that on low, mix that in. Get that fully integrated. No, Beckham, I need a full one like this, okay? Not this one. We've got some insubordinate chefs here today, so we're just going to have to work with that. Okay, so we're going to go wet again. Another 1/4 of cup, and then we're going to go dry again. Zane, do you have some more flour for me, buddy?
Yes.
Okay, can you fill it up for me? Do another scoop. Here. Let's do it together. Teamwork! Yay! Teamwork! Okay. Alright. And then we're going to level this off. Oh, look at you. You're leveling it off for me. Thank you, buddy. Wow. Okay, I think that's good. I think you're...
I'm starting to spicy.
There we go. That looks good. Okay.
My spoon!
Oh, no! And you're always supposed to alternate wet and dry, ending with dry. So we ended with dry just now.
Hot chocolate now.
Oh my goodness, that looks like hot chocolate. We're gonna add a little bit of nutmeg. Beckham, you wanna shake it in for me?
Yes.
We're just gonna do a little sprinkle. Come over here. Okay, just sprinkle it in until Mommy tells you to stop, okay? Good job! And I actually made a mistake, so I guess we're gonna end up with wet. I need 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. I am substituting this for molasses because I do not have it on hand. And I am a huge fan of maple syrup, so I'm really happy about that anyways. So we're going to end with that. My oven's already going at 350. We're going to put this into a greased pan, and we should be seeing this in about 20 to 30 minutes. Because I'm not familiar with this cake, haven't made it before, I'm not sure what kind of a window we're looking at, but we shall see. We'll just play it by ear. Zane, can you help me grease the pan?
No.
I think these guys are just way too busy making their, I'm not sure, that looks like a baking soda cake and a flour cake. So I guess I'll be greasing my own pan here, just using Tam spray. There's one. Okay, who wants to help me put the batter? I prefer to use parchment paper too when I have it. Just cut a circle, put it on the bottom, pop your cake out, and your pan is nice and clean. But since we're kind of having a little bit of a ruckus here anyways, we might as well just go with it. Okay, who's going to help me scrape out the batter into the pan? Beckham, you think you can help me? Wow, I think my guys went on strike. This show is going from Beckham Bakes to, I'm not even sure what to call that. Hey Zane, how come you guys aren't helping me? Huh?
I'm making
What do you make? Oh, you're making your cake. Oh my goodness, okay. I guess my cake's not important anymore. I'm hoping I did this right. This looks like a fairly thick batter. It looks almost a little bit more like a pound cake texture. So we shall see what we end up with here. And this is going to to be going into the oven. This is called the black part. I'm not entirely sure why, because it's not very dark. And then the next up is going to be the white part. Awesome. Okay, so black part is done. Whoa, what's going on here, cooks?
Who wants this?
Am I going to have to bring you guys to Human Resources office and have a little discussion? No? Who's the boss? Zane's the boss? Okay, are you listening to him? Okay, alright guys.
Thank you for watching us today.
While we were working on the Prince of Wales cake, I had a kettle over here simmering with water and a can of sweetened condensed milk like this. In Belize, this is often what we would use for a frosting. We would boil a can of this for about 2 hours. You can do it in a pressure cooker for around an hour. Well, you know, maybe 20 minutes to an hour, somewhere in that time frame. And it gets nice and thick. It gets a nice caramel color, caramelizes in the can, and it makes a beautiful, smooth frosting. So that's something that I'm going to show you how to do today as part of our Belizean fusion. Now we're moving on to part 2, the white part. They went off on recess. I'm going to be working on this. This recipe, I have never heard of anything of this like this in my life, but it sounds so interesting. It's a 1 cupful of flour with a half cupful of cornstarch added to it. I don't know, is it kind of like similar to when we would be using like arrowroot or something like that? I'm not sure, but anyways, then it also has heavy whipping cream in it and a half cupful of butter creamed with a cupful of powdered sugar instead of regular sugar. I've never done that before either in a cake. So anyways, that's going to be our white part. And then we have 2 teaspoons of baking powder sifted in with the flour. So I'm going to get started on that. I'm going to cream my butter and my powdered sugar together. Okay, so 1 cupful of powdered sugar. Whoa. Most efficient bag I've ever worked with. Okay, so we got a cupful there. I'm going to throw in that other half pat of butter that the guy's got a little bit of nutmeg on. It'll be alright. My butter's pretty soft now. I'm going to be raining in the sugar a little bit at a time. Nice and creamy. I'll scrape down the side of the bowl a little bit. It's looking good already. So interested to see the texture difference between a really fine sugar like this versus a sugar that would take a much longer to cream. I'm going to be adding a half a cup of sweet milk. I don't know what that means, but I'm thinking it means heavy whipping cream. So we're going to be going with that. Some heavy whipping cream, a half a cup full. Once again, this recipe gives me no instructions, but I'm assuming that the egg whites that are in this recipe, the first recipe called for egg yolks, now these are the egg whites. I'm assuming they want me to beat them and then kind of fold them in similar to a jacquard or a sponge cake. So since I already have my batter in here and don't want to get it back out and do that whole process, I'm just going to hand beat these and then gently fold it in afterwards. Strangely enough, this is how they did this back in the day. This is how they were doing this in 1902. There was no Hobart or KitchenAid stand mixer. The instructors at school tried to teach me wrist motion, so you don't kill your wrist for doing something like that. I never really mastered it, but trying to do a little bit of that. At least learn to tip my bowl, so I'm just working with a little bit of it here on the edge. But it's amazing how fast you can get a little bit of foam in there. So, I don't know if I'll get quite to complete soft stage, soft peaks, anything like that, but I'll at least get a little bit of air into this and see if you don't come with a lighter, fluffier cake. We'll head over to our powdered sugar and butter and start adding some vanilla once again. I never measure my vanilla. I just make sure I dump quite a bit in because I love a good vanilla flavor. Put that in there, and then we're going to do wet dry again. Here is my sweet milk, as they called it. Like I said, I'm assuming heavy cream. And I'm going to go a little bit of wet. Start that. And then do a little bit of dry. We're looking right at 1 cup of flour. Make sure you always scoop up and then level off when we're talking flour. Okay, we're doing a little bit wet, dry action here. Starting with wet, ending with dry. I got so excited about my whole egg white action over here that I forgot to add baking powder. So I guess we're going to have to get back to that. Okay, so I'm missing 2 tablespoonfuls of baking powder. Ooh, I can smell that cake in there. Ooh, the aroma is just great. It's starting to puff up just quite nicely. Excited about that. After tonight's episode, we're either going to get you guys really interested in baking, or you're never going to want to bake again for the rest of your life. So, we'll see which one it is. Add this little bit of baking powder. This kind of seems like a lot of baking powder for 1 cup of flour, but that's what they're calling for, so that's what we're going with. I'm so curious, like the strength of their sodas and baking powder back then versus what ours is now. I'm not quite sure if you think that it would be more or less. Give this egg white a little bit more of a beat, and then I'm going to take this and gently fold it into the egg white. And then we should be good to go. Pan number 2. Layer number 2. I never thought I would see the day that I would ever beat egg whites by hand until my chef made me do it. And yes, I was surprised at what I could do with a little wrist action. I'm still not quite to soft peaks, but I'm getting there. My sweetened condensed milk is boiling away. That should be ready soon. Getting a little bit more close to soft peaks there. Got a little bit of a ribbon. Okay. Get that baking powder integrated. And this is not looking like a terrible lot of batter. Almost looks like less than the black part. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But maybe once I add it to the whites, it'll even out. Okay, I think that's ready to go. It's looking nice and smooth. And for this recipe, I just use an all-purpose flour. That's another thing I was curious about. Back there in 1902, what was their flour consistency like? Was it as fine? Was it a lot more coarse? Did it have a lot more wheat? Did they bleach their flour back then? I'm not sure of any of those things. I'm going to have to do some research into that. Okay, let me get this stand mixer out of the way so you can see some of what I'm doing with folding the egg whites into this batter. And when you're folding batter into whites, you always want to be really, really careful. Gentle, smooth strokes. You don't want to get too anxious with this, too crazy, or you're gonna destroy all the air you took your time to form in these whites. So we're just doing nice folding action here. Nice folding. Yeah, like I said, this reminds me a lot of a jacquard or a sponge, where you would do this type of action. This batter seems a little stiff for this, but like I said, without much instructions, we just kind of have to guess and roll with it. And looks like my egg whites are wanting to react to my baking powder here. Never seen that before. This is really interesting. Almost looks like it wants to curdle. You know what? I guess we're gonna have to maybe forget the whole gentle motion thing that I was promoting, and we might have to put this into the mixer and just beat it. I have never seen that do that before. It literally looks like it was reacting to the baking powder and just kind of foaming. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to go with that. This is where it's at. Spray my pan here. And here goes cake number 2. The white part. Prince Wales cake. And for those of you that haven't heard, Prince Harry is engaged as well. So I guess we're kind of making him a little engagement cake. So here goes the white part into the oven. I'm going to check the black part while I'm in there. If I can locate my mitt. These guys really did a number on my kitchen, but that's alright. I have so much fun baking with Beckham. I just love it. And also, whenever you're checking cake or anything like that, bring it out of the oven. Don't leave your oven door open while you're checking a temperature. You're letting so much hot air out of your oven, and you are lowering the temperature of your oven. Comes out clean, so I think we're good there. It's a little domed, but hey, to say that 2 3-year-olds made this, I'm pretty impressed. Look at you! You're like a French chef from Paris! Look at Zane go! Wow, buddy, I'm so impressed. Here, let's try to keep it on the cake. There you go. One nice little swirl that way. Woo! One more time. Woo! Yay! I would not be upset if somebody would have let me play with this as a child. Okay, now, I believe I boiled that for about 2 hours. So 2 hours is the mark you're going to be looking for with that sweetened condensed milk. That was the Eagle brand. What happened, buddy?
That was something.
Hey, okay, alright, no more fingers in there, okay? That was the Eagle brand variety, and I have noticed a difference when I've used an off-brand, that it maybe came out a little bit gritty, so you might want to go for the Eagle brand version when you're doing the boiled sweetened condensed frosting. Now we're ready to make a basic vanilla buttercream frosting. It's so simple. This is usually my ratio, 1 cup of butter to 3 cups of powdered sugar. And we have this pre-measured out the butter. It's just some leftover pats that were in my fridge. And Beckham, you want to dump the butter in here for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of it?
All of it. Yay! The thing I like about buttercream frosting is I feel like you can adjust it quite a bit. Like add a little bit more butter if you need to. Add a little bit more powdered sugar if you have to. So we're gonna get that going on low. That's room temperature butter. And then Beckham and Zane, do you both want to add a cup for me? No, I want you to add it. Okay? Let's turn it off and add it. Can you do that? 1. Okay, now Zane, you need to add 1 for me, okay? But we need it full, all the way, full. Look, here. All the way to the tippy top. Thank you, buddy. That's awesome. I like how you measure.
I need to break 1 off.
Okay.
No.
Okay, now you both give me ½ a cup, okay? There you go. That's perfect, Beckham. Perfect. I love it. Yeah, that's perfect. This is my little homemade cover for the top of my mixer so it doesn't fly everywhere. I put it on low until it's integrated together, and then I increase the speed to medium and let it go for about 3 minutes. Then I'm going to add vanilla and a little bit of heavy cream, and then I'm going to let it go for about another minute or so on medium. Easy peasy. See what that that consistency looks like, and we're gonna have it on medium for about 3 minutes to get it nice and fluffy. I think this will spread quite nicely without adding milk, so I'm not gonna worry about it, or heavy cream. Generally, I like heavy cream. I'm gonna add some vanilla now. And I like a lot of vanilla, so I'll add quite a bit. And let it go on medium again. I've got my frosting here. I'm hoping that this is enough to do a naked look on there. I'm sure it'll be plenty. I should be calling in the pro to do this, and that's Zane's mommy, Lauren. She's really good at this. She used to work at a cake shop. Lauren, do you want to help a sister out?
Why is that better?
She says no, so we're going to wing it. Zane, hopefully you carry your mommy's jeans, okay? And we can figure out how to do...
Well, I would, but your son's getting ready to cry.
Okay. So, but are you supposed to, like, push it out from the middle, kinda?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm using a side spatula here that's way too big, but when I ordered this, I thought it said 10 inch, as in the entire thing is 10 inch, but they actually meant the blade. So, even Zane thinks that's funny. So, I kind of got a little bit gypped on that, but I'm going to try to make it work. Smooth it out. And I am not a professional cake decorator, so don't judge me, all you pros out there.
Yummy.
I just do this for fun.
Hey.
I'm going to come in with the smaller one. Come down the sides.
Hey, Eden.
What?
It's yummy too.
It's yummy too?
It's yummy. It's yummy too. Hey. Go up the stairs. Somebody.
This is kind of slipping and sliding a little bit for me because of the
purple.
The caramel in the middle.
Or like it.
Listen to them.
But
I think it's
like
hilarious. These boys.
Yummy.
This cake is looking a little bit rounded, but hey, back up, back up. Oh my goodness.
Oh no! What happened? Look.
You mean Beckham's face? Yeah. He looks a little bit crazy, doesn't he?
And his clothes.
And his clothes, you're right. He looked like he got snowed on, doesn't he? Okay, so now for more of a naked look, I'm going to scrape some more of this back off.
I'm going to scrub this off.
I'm glad we're going for the rustic theme here because this is definitely very rustic.
Can I put these on the top?
Not yet, buddy. We're almost there, okay? But one thing Chef Chris, one of my pastry instructor at school, always told me, and that everything is something. In other words, you know, this cake didn't turn out quite like we thought it would or quite how we thought it was going to look, but you work with it, you own it, and you make something out of this. So this is Prince Wales Cake Rustic Edition. And I think it looks quite charming. Pretty happy with it. Do you think you could serve this cake to the Prince of Wales?
Yes.
Yes?
Look at the smiley face.
Do you think he'd like it?
It's a smiley face.
Hey, okay, no more smiley faces on my cake, please. Trying to decide if I want to add swirl a little bit of caramel in with it.
And it will taste good, and it will do different colors.
Yeah, you like the different color?
Yes.
Is that cool? Kind of like an ombre look. Let's add our pine and our berries. What do you think? Should we do it upright or laying it down?
I'm laying it down.
Let's see. I think like that. What do you guys think?
Princess Wales cake!
Okay. Here is our Prince of Wales cake. Thank you for watching us on Beckham Bakes.
They were watching me.
On Beckham Bakes.
Me.
So we're going to celebrate. We're going to enjoy a slice of this, and we're going to let you know what we think. Who wants to cut into the cake?
Me.
awesome! Oh, that was cool, the powder lifting up. Whoa! Prince of Wales cake! Oh, yummy. I can't wait.
I can wait too.
You can't wait too?
Yes.
Okay.
Mom, taste it.
You want to taste it?
Yes.
Okay, let's get some plates and let's try this.
I taste it too.
And let's see what you guys think, okay?
Mom, get the all sorts of the brain.
Oh, yummy.
Mom, eating the pot.
That's a big slice of cake for a little guy. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. It's kind of coming apart there. Black part, white part's kind of coming apart. But something we can do to add just a little bit more is spread a little bit more
And cake.
of this dulce de leche or sweetened condensed frosting on it. I doubt you boys need more sugar, but I'll give you a little bit anyways. This is the moment of truth, Prince of Wales cake.
Mom, this is fishy. Mom, that's fishy.
I'm getting vanilla, I'm getting some nutmeg. Definitely tasting the dulce de leche. It definitely has that pound cake quality. It's definitely a more dense cake.
Mom, I like
It's
it.
definitely not light and airy. That's what Zane thinks. You don't like it, Zane? No? Why? Are you gonna send Prince Harry's cake back to him? From the mouths of kids. Okay.
Mom, I like it.
You like it? Okay. You taste it then. Wow, Beckham, are you sure you got a big enough bite there? Okay. Thank you for watching us today.